This morning, a newly released batch of photos of Jeffrey Epstein, more proof of the convicted sex offender's connections with several powerful men.
I think anything that we release is significant. I think people should be able to make judgments on their own as to what they see in these photos. These pictures, some of these photos are really disturbing.
The images from Epstein's estate are part of 95,000 undated photos handed over to the House Oversight Committee and released by Democrats. They do not appear to show any illegal activity. One picture features Epstein with a younger President Trump and an unidentified woman. The president also appears in other pictures without Epstein, but with women whose identities are being protected by the committee. The president has not been charged with any crimes linked to Epstein, and he has denied any wrongdoing, responding last night in the Oval Office. There were new Epstein photos released today showing you and also Bill Clinton, Steve Bannon. What were your reaction to those new photos that were released today?
Well, I haven't seen it, but everybody knew this man. He was all over Palm Beach. He has photos with everybody. There are hundreds and hundreds of people that have photos with him, so that's no big deal. I know nothing about it.
The committee released a signed photo of former President Bill Clinton with Epstein and his partner Ghislaine Maxwell. Clinton has also repeatedly denied any wrongdoing. One of the photos of Epstein with Steve Bannon, a longtime Trump ally, show the two men posing for a mirror selfie. And in another of the two men, there's a picture on a desk that appears to show a woman in a bathtub. The committee also releasing this photo of Epstein in a bathtub. Bannon did not respond to a request for comment.
All right, quick pivot here, Yamiche. Another headline we're watching out of Washington. The president facing a new lawsuit this morning over the construction of that new ballroom to replace the recently demolished East Wing. What more are we learning?
Well, yesterday, the National Trust for Historic Preservation sued to block President Trump from building that new massive ballroom until the project receives a series of federal approvals. The Trump administration, though, is not backing down from the project. In response to this lawsuit, a White House spokesperson tells NBC News, quote, President Trump has full legal authority to modernize, renovate, and beautify the White House, just like all of his predecessors did. Peter?
Yamiche Alcindor at the White House with the latest. Yamiche, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.